I admit I am die cut crazy and am always looking for ways to use larger die sets in different ways to stretch my card making dollars. In this video, I am sharing 4 different cards made with layered die sets. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Heshik and I was totally inspired by a card and a video from Jennifer McGuire to start experimenting with layered die sets. I have a link in the description box to her blog post and video. I bought this honeybee Hexagon solid stack honey cuts die set because of the card that Jennifer showed how to make. I made mine with the colors of the rainbow: Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And the happy birthday on the front is a penny black die that I have layered in the yellow and the black. And then on the inside is a favorite die from Burniston and a punched rainbow butterfly. So I chose the colors of the rainbow to make this card, and I also, like I said, used a die, the Happy Birthday from Penny Black and the Celebrate, and I used those on most of the cards that I'm going to show you today. When you cut this die set out of all the colors of the rainbow, you end up with lots of extra pieces to make into additional cards, or to punch, or to die cut. I die cut a bunch of butterflies, that same Happy Birthday die from Penny Black, and a bunch of flowers and other butterflies to make this card. It is made with Burniston's Circle Book pop-up card die set, and as you can see, it is like a tag book that pops up, and all the butterflies and the flowers are all die cut out of another piece of that rainbow hexagon paper that I put together. So we have a very colorful, bright tag birthday celebration card for someone. Now, of course, you don't need to use rainbow colors or to cut the hexagon apart to make a pretty card. I created a pink card base out of the largest die in the Honeybee Stamps die set. And so we have a hexagon shaped card. And then I cut every other hexagon out of some pretty floral cardstock from Park Lane that's available at Joann Fabrics. Now, all the details of these extra cards, as well as links to the blog posts where I describe them, and as well as links to all the products, will be available in the description box. I made this pretty happy birthday card with a new layered die set from Crealies, which is a website for a company located in the Netherlands that I have discovered and become a huge fan of. Now, I don't have any affiliate links for Crealies, but if you buy any dies from her site in the Netherlands, please leave a comment that you found her because of my recommendation. The shipping costs are very reasonable to get her dies from the Netherlands to Wisconsin, and I received the dies I've ordered 3 separate times in just a little over a week, so very good service. The die set that I used to create this card is the 8-point star, and you get all sorts of, I'm not even sure how many there are, but you get many dies in this set. And what I did is I took every other one and I taped them together, including the largest one, but I've used that separately now. And I taped it together so that each one is layered evenly, and then I die cut it out of 4 colors of coordinating cardstock from My Favorite Things. I also cut the largest one to tape the other colors to, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. I'm starting with a light peach card base, and I've done some of the work in advance so as to save a little time. So on the inside I have already attached Celebrate, which is a fun die from Burniston, and once again I've punched some butterflies out of some of the paper that was left over. So when you cut this out of the 4 or 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors, you end up with 4 sets of these that you can use to make 4 different cards. Or you can put them together like I have here, and then I've punched butterflies out of there. Obviously you could punch or die cut anything out of that to continue that pretty colored theme throughout your card. So I have the peach card base, and I put a dot in the middle there. I measured from here to here, and that will become important when we're putting this together. I have die cut the Happy Birthday, which is a penny black die, and I am shadowing the black with the red, same color as in that batch. And then I have put narrow strips, raising them. These are from Motion Crafts. They're my favorite narrow strips that you can add. You can easily make any type of anything that you want to raise that's very narrow there, and I use these all the time, especially in shaker cards. So that's prepared as well. So what I do is I start with the largest of the 8-point stars and cut a base, and I do it in this one of the colors that I'm going to use. Now I did it in white one time, and you could see the white in between sometimes, so if you go with one of the colors that you're using, it isn't quite so obvious if they if there's a little gap anywhere. So oh, come on, fingers. I'm going to take the next one, and I have been using Tomboy Mono Dots adhesive to do this. It holds it very well. It only goes where it's supposed to go. You can use glue, but it's much faster to do this way. But you want to make sure that you do get glue on all parts, or adhesive on all parts of this, because when you cut it apart, you want it to stay together. And then you're just going to put it together, kind of, whoops, I didn't get that in there very straight. Like a puzzle. Now I have my favorite adhesive removal available here, and if you see any extra adhesive anywhere or feel any from the two-sided tape, when you die cut it, you can get rid of that. I love these coral shades, and I've been using them from my favorite things, cardstock collection. And again, any extra adhesive that's on there you can get off with an adhesive eraser. So now I'm going to cut it apart, and I'm going to try to keep them kind of in order. I'm not sure that's necessary, but I do it that way. So I'm going to cut from the top point to the bottom point, and then I'm going to cut them in half again. and then I'm going to cut them in half again. So the 8 points of the star will be separated. Oh. Now you can see that that little piece came off, but I can fix that. I'll glue it. This one here, that little piece, needs to be reattached with some glue. It's small. Okay, so I have those in order, and I am going to start attaching from the top. Once again, using Dots adhesive. It goes all the way to the corners. I'm going to point it at that center point. Then I'm going to do the bottom one. Trying to get them lined up, and then I'm going to do each side. These will come off the card, but that's okay. We're going to trim them then. Trying to keep the spacing pretty even between each one, there being a border there of the peach, the light peach. And then we're going to trim the extra off the back. I just think that makes a really cool pattern. And like I said, I was totally inspired by Jennifer McGuire to look at my dies and see if I could do something similar with other dies that I have. This is going to be raised on these skinny foam strips, and I have shadowed the black and the red together. I love that look. So our happy birthday card with a really cool pattern of the reds and corals is finished. I love how all these cards turned out, and thank Jennifer McGuire for her inspiration and enabling. I hope my cards do the same for you. Thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.